and your fingers curled. And just seeing if you can let your shoulders melt down towards your feet. Let your shoulders relax. Have your feet at hip width distance and your feet flopping out to the outsides. And just becoming aware of your spine and the right side of your body and the left side of your body. And just a couple of breaths where you breathe out through your mouth. So nice big breath in through your nose, so breathing out through your mouth and breathing out, just breathing out all the heaviness, your worries, anything that you feel like it's time to let go of. And just as you're breathing out, just feel like all those things are just floating out on your breath. And just as you let the breath go, feeling yourself like a lilo that's melting and sinking down into the ground. So see if you can feel like your body's kind of softening and deflating. And noticing that when you're breathing in, you're filling your lilo body up. And then as you're breathing out, just relaxing, letting go. Good. And just letting your breath drop back into its natural rhythm. Maybe you might just feel like letting your head just gently roll from side to side, or even rotating your wrists or your ankles. Or if you feel like any movement in your body, and then just settling back down into stillness, allowing yourself to just drop down into the earth. Just seeing if you can let the weight of your body sink down into the ground. Every exhale, helping your body to relax, to soften and to let go. And just making this intention now at the beginning of the class to be as mindful as you can and to do your best in staying in your inside space and allowing yourself to completely be here. So by that, we're using our breath to bring ourselves back into the body when we become aware that our mind has taken us off on a tangent of thinking. And so it might be sounds, it might be thoughts, it might be the person next to you. All these things might distract you and take you away from just being and feeling what's happening inside of your own body. So just whenever that happens, which will happen often, you just want to bring your attention back to the breath. So your breath is like a rope that pulls you back into your inside space. Good. So now I just want you to deliberately start to deepen and lengthen your own breath. So you're breathing down into your belly, drawing the breath all the way up the chest, maybe into the collarbones. And then as you're breathing out, your chest is softening down, so your rib cages, and you're deliberately drawing the belly button back towards the spine to completely get rid of all the old breath. So just starting to deepen and lengthen the breath. Nice big breath in, nice big breath out. Seeing if you can go all the way to the top of the in-breath and all the way to the end of the out-breath. So really exploring and being curious about your breath and how it's moving through your body today. Good, and then we're going to do a breathing exercise where we're breathing in to that place where there's no breath in the body. Good. And we're breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the breath turns around and we're breathing out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're breathing out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now exhale will be for 7. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then starting at 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And breathing out for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now for 8 on the exhale. 1, 2, 3, noticing the effect of spending 10 or so minutes just tuning into your breath and tuning into inside space and noticing how that short bit of time can change the way that you feel about being in your own body. Good, we're going to remove our blankets and bring both of our knees in towards our chest and have our knees bent and our feet up off the ground and feeling like your legs are two pieces of paper that you put glue on and then just gently holding glued together on the insides of your legs. Your hands are on your knees and just very small circles, drawing small circles with your knees. So just going in either direction really, and feeling that you're keeping those legs gently hugging together, or like they're two pieces of paper that are being drawn together, and just slowly making those circles bigger and bigger. We're trying to be aware that you're gently pushing your legs in towards each other and just slowly spiralling those legs out in that shape and making it bigger and bigger. And feeling, let yourself kind of rock and roll from side to side. So you might rock over onto one of your hips and then feel your back coming down onto the ground. So just letting your body move to make that circle happen. And just feeling it to be the right kind of circle. So now your circle as big as you can, and you want to see if you can really hug those knees in, let the knees go over to the side and then far away as much as they can. So a nice big circle, and remember that you've got those two pieces of paper that they're lightly glued and you're holding them in together as you're just gently rocking around, massaging out your lower back and just feeling that nice big shape. Feeling your core working. Good, just nice and slow and smooth and round, nice big circles. Or if you feel like you want your circles to be a bit smaller, just do what feels right for you. Staying big but going back the other direction. Remember to keep those legs together and just feeling your body going on the ground, coming off the ground, muscles engaging, stretching, resting, relaxing, feeling what's happening inside of your own body. And very nice and slowly spiraling it back in. So if you were drawing on a piece of paper, the circles, the spiral slowly gets smaller and smaller, and there's no gaps. So just going nice and small, winding it back in very slowly. Good, and then coming to very small circles. Good, and then putting your left foot on the ground and taking your right foot up. So left foot on the ground, right foot up, so your left knee is bent. Good, and your right foot is up. And before we do anything at all, I want you to pull your left heel up and your left toes down. So you're really flexing that foot. And then can you push your lower back into the ground, particularly on the left side, and feel your right foot on the ground and feel yourself, strong and balanced. So to keep that leg nice and flexed, it's up in the air, and as you exhale, bring the heel nearly to touch the ground. So bringing that foot and that leg all the way down, just hovering off the ground. Keep the foot out nice and stretched. And then I want you to imagine that foot that's hovering off the ground is standing on the ground. So you're like pushing out through that foot. Good. Then as you inhale, pull that leg up. Good. Keeping the leg flexed and nice and slowly again. Take it all the way down like you're cutting a big wedding cake or something, and the knife is slowly going down that cake and doesn't touch the bottom, because then you have to kiss someone or something, isn't that right? Inhale, coming up, but pulling that leg up. Good, and then that knife is slowly going down. You're just slowly going down and then pulling it up. Good, the next time your leg's up, keeping it up there, and take hold of the back of the leg and just gently draw it towards you. So draw the heel up and the toes down, find a spot and you're just breathing into your hamstring, so heel up and just pulling the leg in towards you. Good. If you wanted to, you could lift your face up and put your hand behind your leg if you just wanted to add a little bit of extra core work, but don't lose focus of the hamstring. Good. So just a few more breaths there. It's a big muscle, the hamstring, so we just need to be here for a few more breaths to help it open up. Good. Then that leg that's in the sky, your left leg, going to bend the knee in towards the chest and just hug it in towards the chest. Let your shoulders melt down into the ground and just hug your left knee in towards your chest. And send your breath down to your left hip at the top of your left leg. Good. You might like to also rotate that ankle as well. So the left ankle rotating around nice and slowly. Feeling what's happening in your body. Good. If you're doing rotations, going back the other way. Helping to keep our ankle joints nice and healthy. Good. And then keep both knees bent, but put both feet on the ground. And just let the left foot melt into the ground. And just notice that left side of the body. And then we're going to do the other leg. So picking the right leg up, remember heel up, toes down. Good, so nice engaged, strong legs. Nice and slowly, like you're cutting that big wedding cake, going all the way down, don't touch the bottom. So bring it down. And remember, you're standing on that foot, so you have to push that foot out. Good, and then inhale, pulling it up nice and slowly. Keep that leg nice and engaged. You're going in time with your own breath, coming down. Keep pulling that foot away from you. And just using your own body's resistance to make it just the right amount of movement for yourself. Feeling your core perhaps, noticing what's moving, what's working. The next time that your leg comes up, keeping it up there, and take hold of the back of the leg. Good, and you might even bend your leg there, you might keep it straight. But the important thing is that you're drawing your heel up so that you're working into your hamstring. What can you relax here in your body? So are your shoulders relaxed? Is your jaw relaxed? And every time you're exhaling, it's helping the body to get rid of tension. So letting go of tension and tightness. Good, same leg, just bending it and hugging it in towards the chest. Let those shoulders melt down and really squeeze yourself into a small little shape. Good, both feet on the ground with your knees bent. Good, and now we're going to do water wheel, just starting off with one leg. So picking your left foot up again, remember the heel is up and that leg's nice and straight and strong. Good, then that heel comes to nearly touching the ground, so cut the cake. Good, keep the foot stretched away from you. Then bending that knee in towards you, so bending your left knee in towards you. Good, and then the foot goes up to the sky. So it's a water wheel, so as you're doing this movement, feeling like you're one of those big water wheels and you're having to pull and to push so that all of the movements become very deliberate and very meaningful. So it's inhale as your knee bends in and your foot comes up, and then it's exhale as your heel nearly touches the ground. So two movements on the inhale and the down on the exhale, breathing out, slowly cutting that cake down. Good, two more of those. Don't rush. Good, then when you've done your two, just hugging that knee in towards your chest. Heel to nearly touching the ground. Stretch that foot away from you. Good, then bring your foot as close as you can, bending the knee, hug it up and in. Squeeze it in. Stretch your foot up. Heel nearly touches the ground. Good. How can you get the most out of each movement? Good. And then 2 more. And then when you finish those 2, bringing that knee towards your chest. Good. And then the next bit we're going to do 4 with 2 legs, or do 2 on one leg and then do 2 on the other leg. So if you're doing 2 legs, take your right leg up. If you're doing both your legs come up. So 2 on one side and then 2 on the other side, or 4 with both legs. Off you go. Stay connected with your breath. Good for your legs, good for your core, good for your back. When you've done your 4, bring your knees in towards your chest and pause in there. Good, then just rock from side to side with your hands around your knees. Good, and then we're going to lift both of our feet up. When the heels are up, the toes are down. You might like to also spread all your toes away from each other, or have a go of doing that, and then as long as you can, and then letting them relax. And then we're just going to do big cycling shapes with both of our legs. So nice big cycles, like you're riding one of those penny farthing bikes and your feet are as big as the big front wheels. So nice big shapes, bending your knees in, stretching your feet up. Nice big open shapes. Good. And you might like to imagine that you're riding up a hill. So you've got to push and pull, or you might just feel like you'd like to take it a bit easier and you're just riding along the promenade. So just whatever is right for your body today. Good, then we go back the other way. And then hug our knees in towards our chest. Let your belly relax and just rock from side to side. Good, coming back to the centre, both legs up into the sky, and arms up to T shape, so slide your hands along the ground and feel your palms and your arms are like holding you steady. And this time we're going to do the wheels, but just go from side to side. So if you start doing the cycling wheels, so nice big shapes. Good, and then you're keeping the cycling going, but just rolling as slowly, but rolling, keep the wheels going, but rolling all the way over to the left and going as close to the ground as you can, and keeping on going with those cycles there. So this is helping to work into our intestines, so you feel that on the side of your body. Good, so go as low as you can to the floor, so keep kind of rolling over. Good, you might have all those toes spread out, like webbed toes, or you might have your toes relaxed. Keeping on going with that cycling and coming back to the centre, slowly feeling the different parts of your back making contact with the ground, and then rolling all the way over to the other side, keeping on going with the cycling. Good, so nice and low, with nice big full shapes there. twist, and also helping to move into your intestines, giving your inner systems a bit of a massage. Good, coming back to the centre. Good, so coming back to the centre, and then bringing your knees in towards your chest, and just rocking from side to side. You might spread your knees a bit wider, so you've really got some space for your belly, so your tummy can just really relax after that little, workout of what we've just done. So really just let your belly relax. Good, and then we're going to come up to sitting. So bring yourself over to the side and then up to the top, or however would be good for you. Good, sitting up nice and tall and straight, shoulders melting down. Good, and bending your left knee and hugging it in, nice and tight. Good, pulling the top of your head up. Good, and remember that you're wanting to bring everything into the midline. Good, so we're pushing down through anything that touches the ground. So down, then also up. So feel that you're stretched from your core, you're stretching in two different directions. Taking your right hand out to the side. Inhale, reaching up. Good, stretch that hand out to the front. And reach out to the front. Feel that in your right shoulder. And just a few breaths here. Reaching it forward. Good, then bending your front arm. Take your left hand out in front of you, imagining it's a frisbee, and it's flying all the way around, and then it lands on the ground behind you. Top of the head draws up. Good, and just feeling that squeeze in your belly, the squeeze in your back. Good, then picking your back hand up and hugging both your legs, your arms around your leg. Good. Just stay where you are. So I just want you to lean back, straighten your arms, tuck your chin in, and then elbows out, pulling yourself up and your chin up and the stretch of the front of your throat. So we're leaning back as much as we can. Good. Chin in, arms straight. Good. Then pulling yourself up. So push down to come up, and your chin comes up. Good. So just in time with your own breath, exhale. Feel space between your shoulder blades. How far can you lean back? Good, and then pulling up. Feeling that ripple starting at the lower, middle, upper back. Good, and just a few more of these. So just a variation of cat-cow breathing. Good. Coming up, and then we're going to swap over sides, so both legs out in front of you for a moment, shoulders melting down. Good, and then picking up your right knee, midline, earth and sky, so in, up and down, fingertips on the earth. Good, inhale, reach up, reach forward and hold there for a few breaths. What can you open up with your breath? What are you feeling in your body? And let your concentration be on the strongest sensation, because that's your body showing you this is what you need to pay attention to. Good, wrapping it around and take your arm out the front. Frisbee flying through the air and it lands down on the ground. Hug the leg in, let your shoulders melt down. Remember the midline and the earth and the sky. Noticing how your belly is squashed or restricted, so your breath can't go really as deep and full. So just noticing how the shape of your body is affecting your ability to breathe. Feeling the breath coming and going. Good, then we came back to the centre. The hands around the leg, good, and you might want to move that foot again. is tuck the chin in, round the back, big C shape. Pull your elbows out, lift your chest, inhale, coming up. And just as you keep repeating the movement, maybe you can just make it more and more fuller. So I might start off quite small, and then you might feel like, you know, oh, I can do my neck and my throat as well. Or I can round back a bit more. So seeing how you can kind of make the movement grow for yourself. So how can you grow into this shape and find more of yourself and more of your body? Connect with more of who you are in this moment. Just observing and noticing and being with your body. Just accepting it as it is and not pushing and fighting. So it's more like we're dancing with our body than, like fighting against it. So see if you can find a place where you feel like you're working with your body and where it's at. Good. Coming up and both legs out front. Inhale, reaching up. And then taking your hands down. Good. Floating your hands up again. Inhale, coming up. Got a couple of breaths here where I want you to push the backs of your legs into the earth and reach your fingertips up to the sky. So reaching up and stretching up and then soften. So push down, reach up. Good, then bending your left elbow and put your right hand on top. Still keeping the back of your legs on the ground. Good, then both hands up, a few breaths here. Lifting your chest up, back to the legs into the ground. Reaching up, leg muscles engaged for as long as you can. Good, other side, keep those leg muscles engaged. Holding the top of the elbow, just gently pushing down on that elbow. Feeling that in the front of the right arm, the front of the right arm. Good. Inhale, both hands up, come up to your V again, looking up if you can, or just looking out in front. Reaching up. Good. Then we're going to bend our knees, take our feet out a little bit wider. So letting our legs relax now. Big swan arms. We're going to give ourselves a nice big hug with big swan wings. Take hold of the outside of the feet or the legs. And then let your head hang down. And breathe into your upper back. And as you're breathing in, can you imagine that your elbows are being pulled away so that you create space across your upper back? There's like a band or an arc from one elbow to the other, and it goes across your back, and you're pushing underneath of that band or that arc to help open up your back and open up that space across your upper back there. So breathing into your thoracic spine, shoulder blades. Open up your back, let your head be nice and relaxed. Good. And then bringing yourself up nice and slowly. Pulling your legs in and hugging yourself into a nice small little shape. As much as you can, squeezing your legs in. So feel the midline, feel the earth and the sky. And just a few breaths there, feeling like each time you breathe in, the top of the head pulls up. A small little shape. Good. And then bringing yourself up to standing, so coming up to standing. Feel both your feet on the ground. Feeling the rectangle shape in your body from your right hip to your left hip and down to your ankles, and feeling like that's a nice balanced, even shape. Then feeling from your hips up to your shoulders that this is a nice balanced shape here. So you're like two rectangular blocks that are stacked on top of each other. Let your shoulders melt down Good. And then your hands onto your hips there, shoulders melt down, chest is lifting up. Inhale, bringing your heels up and your ankles in. Good. And then nice and slowly coming down. Just taking your time. So going up and down nice and slowly, so holding it up there for as long as you feel it's like the right amount. And when you pull it up, that you're pulling your heels up, your ankles in, and then feel that this lift happens in the bottom, and then this pulls everything up, and then your shoulders need to come down. Good. And coming down. So just going up and down in the right speed that's right for you. But feeling that there's an up, pulling up, everything's pulling up. And then very slowly everything's coming down. Good. Just bringing some arms into it as well. So inhale, coming up. Float the arms all the way up, interlocking up at the top. Push the palms up. Arms, hands and hands and heels. Good. And then exhale, coming down. Good. You're just going up and down in your own time. Remembering to swap the interlock over. So put one other finger in front. Reaching up, stretching up. Slowly coming down. Just going up and down nice and slowly. Good. Like a bird flying all the way up to the sun. And then you're slowly coming down through all the clouds and landing down on the ground. Good. The next time you come up, you might like to come up and bend your knees. So you can either do this on flat feet. So keep your heels up. Just bending your knees, sticking your bottom back and your hands forward. So you could just do this on flat feet. Good. Or keep the heels pulling up. Good. And just holding that there for 3 breaths. Heels pulling up. Good. Then nice and slowly push down through your toes. Bringing your legs up. So this is too strong on your knees. Just bring your feet down. Reaching up. Stretching up. Good. Exhale, slowly coming down. Good. So that one again, coming up. Swap the interlock. Feet on the ground or feet off the ground. Good. Keep the heels up. Sink into it. Like you're sinking down, down, down. Reach and stretch. Good. Find your shape that you can maintain and hold. Keep your breath nice and even. Good. Slowly coming up. Good. Reaching all the way up. Stretching yourself up as long and tall as you've ever been. Reaching up, opening. Then slowly coming down. Breathing out. Good. Just be still for a moment. Nice breath in and out. Good. As you inhale, turn your head to look over your left shoulder. As you exhale, bring your head back to the centre nice and slowly. And then as you inhale, you're looking towards the right. So just nice and slowly, really feeling your neck. Feel your feet grounding you down and your body still, and all that's moving is this slow head and neck, going from one side to the other in time with your own breath. Nice and long, smooth breaths, breathing into your neck. Keep your focus on the neck. Nice and simple. Just coming to that squeeze in your neck, feeling the squeeze and the release. Good. The next time you bring your head back to the centre, coming to face to the front and looking out like you're looking out to the horizon. Good. Inhale, chin up. sky. And exhale, feeling the chin tucking in and the back of the neck lengthening. Good. The next time we bring our chin in, we're just going to roll all the way down nice and slowly. So rolling yourself all the way down, bend your knees a little bit, let the shoulders round, and just slowly let yourself roll down to the ground. Hanging over your legs, letting the blood rush to your head. And just opening up the back side of the body. So you're kind of like a suitcase that's closed shut. And it's just the top and the bottom of the suitcase, and you're just breathing into those spaces. Let the blood rush down to your head, if it's okay for your blood pressure. Otherwise, keeping your head above your heart. Good. Then bend your knees, take your arms out wide, and fly up light. So push down through the ground to bring yourself up. Feel your feet connected to the ground. Bring your hands together and down through your midline. Good, we're going to come into chair now, so take your hands out in front of you, inhaling. Good, so feel like from your tip of your middle finger to your underarm, that is a straight line. Feel them straight and strong. Good, then bending your knees, stick your bottom back and sink down into your feet. Reach those strings at the middle finger, pull them away. Then just a few little bounces there. So just bounce like you want on those little tramp heck things. You're just little bouncing up and down. Just feeling how the bounce is in your own body. Good, and then coming to just settle there, so sink. Reach your middle fingers away, 3 breaths. Push down through your feet, strong. Good, big, strong breath. Strong, standing up tall, strong legs, strong arms. Remember the string from the tip of the middle finger to the underarm. Pull that up. Push down through your feet. Good, turn your hands out. And imagine you're pushing something down as you breathe out. So feel like you're pushing down. Good. Bring your hands all the way down and then just letting everything relax. Good. Nice big breath in and out. Good. Off we go for that one again. So arms out in front. Strings pulling you out. Bend your knees, sink. Bounce if you like. Good. Coming to be still or bouncing if you still like that. Good. 3 big breaths. So come to your edge. It's only 3 breaths. Your next breath, strong like a soldier. Breathing in. Strong, standing up so tall. Long, strong, big body. Turn your hands out. As you exhale, feel that you're gently pushing something down. Good. And then just being still. Close down your eyes, let everything relax. Big breath in and out. Notice how you're feeling. How quickly can you just drop into stillness and quietness. Got to keep your feet glued to the ground. And we're going to inhale, take our hands up over the top, joining our pointer fingers and folding our 3rd, 4th and 5th finger. Reaching up nice and tall. Stretching up. Each time you're breathing in, stretching up. Feeling yourself to be like a little candle flame. And each breath in, you're expanding. Keep your right hand up. Take your left hand to your hip, reaching up. Let your hips go over to the window side, so hips go over to the right. And then look up underneath your arms, stretch your top fingertips away. Push down through your feet. Breathe into the right side of the body, from the right hip, the right rib cage, opening up your body, looking down at the ground, out to the front, or up to the top arm. Good. Feeling your body nice and curved. Inhale, push down through your feet, come up. Both hands together, third, fourth, fifth finger down. Candle flame. Looking out the front. Now I want you to imagine that in your heart centre is a little flame, and it's getting bigger each time you're breathing in. Good. Sliding your right hand down, reaching your left hand up. Good. Lean over to the side. Find your shape. Roll your top shoulder back. Stretch those fingertips away. Imagine there's someone with strings on the top of your fingers, and each time you breathe in, they pull you. That feeling of like when you see a kite being flown, and it's got the strings, and it's just being gently pulled to open the skin, stretching. Good. Inhale, coming up to the top. Third, fourth, fifth finger. Back to the little flame that's sitting at your heart centre here. 3 breaths in. Expanding that flame in your heart centre. Stretching up, growing each time you breathe it in. Good. As you exhale, folding over your right foot. So coming all the way down. And just hanging upside down there. A few breaths hanging upside down. Relax your shoulders. Feel your feet on the ground. Good. Push down through the earth to bring yourself up. So push down through your feet, bring yourself all the way up. Super big flame. Stretching up, nice open shape. Good. As you exhale, folding over your other foot, go nice and slow. Fold all the way down. Hang upside down for a few breaths there. Good. Then inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Reaching up tall, down through your feet. And then as you exhale, hands down, feeling everything just coming down. Pausing there for a moment, just closing down your eyes. Good, and then we're going to move into a balance, so going next to the wall if you'd like to, or staying on your mat. So once you've moved yourself over to the wall, before we start, feel both your feet on the ground. So before you start your balance, feel yourself on your ground. Looking out on the floor to help you balance, then transferring your weight over to your right foot and putting your left foot in front. Good. Hands on your hips, or might help you balance. We're just lifting this knee up. Then I want you to imagine that there's a dot on the big toe and a dot on the ground, and you have to land it exactly on that dot. Good. So we're pulling it up and down as you breathe out. Good. Coming up and down. This time we're going out to the side, so we're coming up. Keep your hips facing the front, take it out to the side, squeeze, then come back to the centre, find the dot on the ground. Good, 2 more of those, coming up. Good, this next one we're going to go into tree pose, so come out to the side and your foot comes in wherever it's going. Good. Can you let your shoulders melt down? Can you let your face relax? But can you pull your kneecap up on the standing leg, your belly up and in, and your hands at prayer at the heart? 1 hand or 2 hands. Good. Then if if you have a free arm, perhaps your opposite arm to your bent knee, pulling those fingertips up. Reaching up nice and tall as you're breathing in, stretching up. Relaxed and still working. So how do you find that place for yourself? Where you're strengthening and opening, but you're also relaxed. Good. Bring your hands back together at prayer if you've got 2, 3. And then coming out of it, hands, and shake everything out. Good. Let your body move however it needs to. Shake out, wobble. Come back to both feet on the ground. Feel both your feet holding your weight, like holding you steady. So think about that triangle of the 2 feet and the top of the head, and the 2 feet and the belly button. Then transferring your weight over to your left leg and putting your right toe out the front. Good. So pulling the knee up as you inhale and push down through your standing foot. Slowly bringing the toe down to that point on the ground. Good. Coming up and down. So feel that you're working as you lift it up and you're resting when you bring it down. So coming up and then bring it down. That's also work, but then rest at the bottom. So that you're working and you're resting. Good. Bringing it out to the side. Feel the squeeze, feel the release, melt into the ground. Good. Good. 2 more of those, and then your second one coming into the balance. Slowing down. Find your shape. And let your hands come to prayer at the heart. Feel balance in your body. So use those hands to help balance yourself out. Lifting your opposite hand up. Reaching up. Stretching those fingertips up. Reaching up. Rolling each time you're breathing in. How can you find the full expression of your body and of yourself in this shape? Go nice and slowly, bringing your hands together at prayer at the heart. Keep your breath nice and steady and even. Good. Foot down, shake everything out. And then just coming back into the mountain pose, both feet on the ground, top of the head up. And your palms facing out to the front. Feeling your feet on the ground, feeling the top of the head. And just seeing if you can feel the energy moving more freely through your own body and the breath. Feeling the rise and fall of your own breath. And that's one of the things yoga helps us with, is to help release the tightness or the aches and the pains. So if you think about your body to be like a river, and the tightness and the pain are like little rocks that get in the way of the river being able to flow more freely. So when you loosen up your body and help, everything helps to then be flowing more freely through your own body. So breathing from the soles of the feet up to the top of the head, and then breathing from the head down to the feet. And it's like you're washing yourself with the breath. The breath is like washing over you, coming up and coming down, or like the water is coming up and coming down. Good. Keeping this feeling as much as you can in yourself, and slowly walking back to your mat. So just taking your time, whatever rhythm that is for you, so that you don't lose that feeling of just feeling relaxed or peaceful or calm, whatever it is that you're feeling, or still and quiet. Bring yourself to lie down onto the ground, just taking your time, no rush, no hurry. Just taking your time to get yourself settled. Feeling, listening, watching your breath coming and going. So if you can allow or start to listen to the sound of your own breath, that sound that's been with you since the very beginning of this life. And see if you can let the sound of your own breath bring you reassurance and calm. It's a very familiar sound to you, whether you've been conscious of it or not. You have been hearing your breath for so long. And just noticing the rise and fall of your own breath and that rhythm of your own breath. That coming and going like the wave in the rocky. Yourself nice and comfortable, making any last little adjustments if you need to. Noticing the back side of the body against the ground, the heels, the legs, the back, the arms, the back of the hands, and the heavy head. Noticing how your body rests on the earth. Noticing the point of contact between the body and the floor. Noticing the points of contact of the body and the floor. Noticing the points of contact of the body and the floor. And then just letting that go, letting the weight of your body sink down through the back side of the body and down into the ground. Every out-breath, body sinking going to count backwards from 10. And each time you hear a lower number, imagining that you're just sinking deeper and deeper into relaxation. Or you might even actually like to feel yourself stepping down